Hi everybody, it's Nikki here and welcome to today's video, which is Shop My Stash for August. So let's go through everything that we had in for July, and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on everything. So, okay, so starting with primers, I had brought in two. The first was the e.l.f. Putty Poreless Primer. I recently purchased the brush to apply it, so now you can see a beautiful dip going in there. I have to say that applying it with the brush, so much better. I was not a fan of this product before when I was applying it with just my finger, but now that I apply it with the brush, it actually applies so much nicer. I find less creasing underneath my eyes. It actually works 100% better. So if you're finding that this product is not working for you, try it. You don't have to buy the brush. It's basically just a very dense brush. So if you have one of these, and I'm sure you do, in your collection, then just apply it like that and just smooth it in like that, and it's perfect. It's good to go. It performs so much better, I promise you. So yeah, I really like that, and I'm really happy with the dent that I now have in that product. The other primer I had was my Collection Gorgeous Glow Filter Finish Complexion Boosting Primer and Illuminator. We're now getting down to here, so we have made good progress with this product. I have got to say that I have also been using this month my MAC Strobe Cream. Now, if you compare these two products as a glowy base primer, I have got to say that the MAC Strobe Cream is hands down so much better. Now, granted, it is a more expensive product, but I just find that it's much more creamier, much more moisturizing. It gives a much better glow as well. This one, I find the formula is a lot stiffer than the MAC Strobe Cream. It does still give a glow, but I just feel like this doesn't moisturize as much as the MAC Strobe Cream does. So it does give you a nice glowy base, but if you're also looking for a very creamy sort of base to give your skin some extra moisturizer, then this is not going to give you that. It's still a good product and I will continue to use it up, but I am less likely to repurchase this one and more likely to repurchase the MAC Strobe Cream. The next items I picked out was my foundation, and it was the Clinique Even Better foundation with an SPF of 15. This foundation is perfect. It sits perfectly on my skin. It's the perfect shade for me. It doesn't look cakey. It's got the right coverage. This is stunning for my skin. This is perfect for my skin. So if I am going to repurchase a foundation in the future, whereas I'm leaning more towards tinted moisturizers nowadays, but if I do want to buy a foundation in the future, this is definitely one that I would definitely repurchase. I am in the shade CN08 or Linen. So yeah, and it matches me perfectly. Don't look at this. This is not matching. This foundation I have on today, too yellow. But this one, perfect. Matches me perfectly. So love this, but we'll put it back into my collection for another day. Then I had two concealers pulled in because I kept the MAC, the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer with Satin Finish in from the month before. This is way too light for me. I have the shade Fair Rose, and it is way too pale for me. I look like I have white panda eyes when I use this under my eyes. It sits well, it performs well, so I am tempted to purchase the right shade for me. But I'm going to be using this more like a mixer rather than as a concealer, because this is just way too, it's not even just a little bit lighter, so I can color correct it. This is too light. I look like a ghost wearing this one. And as for the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, the first time I applied this, I hated it. It looked cakey, it creased, it didn't perform very well under my eyes at all. I looked like an old hag by the end of the day. But I thought, you know what, this is an expensive concealer, I'm going to give it another go. So the next time I applied it, I literally just applied one tiny little dot under both corners of my eyes and then blended that out. It performed 100 times better. No cakiness, no creasing, performed really well, still looked perfect by the end of the day. User error. I applied too much the first time. You need just a little dab on the inside corner of your eyes for this product. So yeah, this is why I always give products another chance, because I know full well that the majority of the time a product's problem is not it, but me. So yeah, so I'm happy to keep this in my collection. Going on to face powder, I had my e.l.f. HD powder. I love this stuff. This stuff makes my skin look flawless. Now again, if I over powder, then my skin looks really, really dry. Today it just was too much on my nose, and I'm flaking a little bit on my nose, but that's my error. This skin makes my skin look absolutely flawless. It's a beautiful powder. I'm really interested in buying their Halo Glow powder because I do like a much more glowy finish than a matte finish, but this is glorious stuff. I would definitely repurchase this once I've finished it. Moving on to cheek products, I had a couple of cream products. I had my Beauty Bay cream blush in the shade Blooming. This is an absolutely beautiful colour for the summer months. Stunning. This is so beautiful of a blush. It still shines through from the powder, and it's just so beautiful, and it's still there at the end of the day. Cannot complain about these. So glad I bought all 4 shades. And then guys, do not sleep on this. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand, the highlighter in rose quartz. I have it on today. This is my new favorite highlighter. The shade on this is just stunning. I love this highlighter. I am very tempted to go pick up another one of these in the same shade. I want a backup of this because I just feel like I'm gonna fly through this because I love this so much. Do I put it back for the month or do I keep it out? Do you know what? I'm going to keep it in for another month. I do. I want to play with it some more. It is beautiful. I love this highlighter. So I'm going to keep it in for another month. For my powder products, I had this Rimmel Natural Bronzer. Very powdery. In the shade Sun Bronze, which is the 0021. It is slightly dark for me. I'm not wearing it today, but it is slightly dark for me. So what I generally tend to do is apply this before I apply my face powder, and then that just sort of like lightens it up a little bit, blends it out a little bit more. But I do really like this bronzer. It suits my skin very well. As I say, it's slightly dark, but it's okay. I can deal with it. The blush I had was the Essence, the blush in Bedazzling. This is not as neutral as I expected it to. It's still quite a strong colour on my cheek, but beautiful formula, and beautiful blending, and yeah, it's just one of those cheap and cheerful products that is just a hidden gem, really, honestly. It's so beautiful, really, really pretty. And then, guys, it was the month of the highlighters for me because I have another favourite highlighter now. This is the Essence Gimme Glow Luminous Highlighter, and I have Gabriella Francis to thank for this product. She purchased this, tried it, didn't like it, said it didn't have much colour payoff, and that it wasn't very like blingy, wasn't very shiny, and I thought that is exactly the kind of highlighter I'm looking for. So I went out and purchased it. As you can see, it's had quite a bit of usage there. I am wearing it today. It is stunning. It's like a glow from within. It's not one of those highlighters that you can see from space, but that's not what I'm after anyway. I am an older woman. I don't need to have blingy highlighter. I just need my skin to look nice and glowy, especially my nose apparently. And this does exactly that. So never be afraid to say that you don't like a product, but always give reasons as to why, because the reasons why you might not like a product might be the reasons why somebody else loves that product. So thank you to Gabriella Francis for telling me all about this highlighter, because now it is my favorite highlighter. It does have a pink glow to it and is absolutely stunning. I love it. This is exactly what I'm looking for in a highlighter, but I am going to put it back for this month. I'm only going to keep the liquid highlighter in for this month, and I will shop my stash for another highlighter to play with this month. Moving on to lip products. I didn't use it, guys. The Lime Crime liquid lipstick in the shade Cashmere. I was hoping to get this finished this month. That did not happen, so it's going to go back into my collection. The e.l.f. Sheer Slick like lip balm. I've had quite a bit of use on this month. Look at all that usage there. I love this for applying to my lips before I put my makeup on, because by the time I get round to putting my lipstick on, which I tend to do last, my lips have softened up really nicely so that my lipstick glides on perfectly. So yeah, I really like this. This is also really nice because it is a tinted lip balm. For those days when you're not wearing any makeup, it's a beautiful pink look. I've seen as well that they're bringing back the dark cherry colour, so I might just put in another order at e.l.f. to purchase that, because these are really nice. I really like them. So that's going back in. And then I've got to admit, guys, I completely forgot these were in there. So I have the W7 lip twister in the shade Brown. Completely forgot about it. Did not use it at all. So I'm going to keep it in. And then I also had the lippy stick from Colourpop in Lumiere. Or Lumiere. I have that much left. But I'm actually going to put this back because I have quite a few lipsticks that are in project pans at the moment that I'm wanting to get used up, especially this month. So I'm actually going to put this one back because I have a lot of lipsticks that I'm trying to pan for this month. So that is that. For brows, I finished my brow gel, which was the L'Oreal Brow and Set Plump and Set Brow Artist. So it is now all dry. There's not much left on there at all. I'm trying to like do this. I'm not pulling out the stopper because it gets really messy if you do that. I'm calling this one finished, so that is an empty for the month. And then on to eye makeup. So first of all, some products that I didn't get to use. I didn't use my Maybelline Colour Tattoo in On and On Bronze. Just simply forgot about it, guys, unfortunately. Or did I use it once? I might have used it once, I think. Right at the beginning of the month. I think I did, actually. So yeah, I used it once. Not a lot, but I know I love it, so it's not a problem. I did not use my Natasha Denona single in the shade Sense, so still got pan on it, but I did not use it at all, but it's going back in. I did not use my eyeshadow stick from e.l.f. in the shade Perfect Pearl. Again, I just have too many other cream eye bases that I'm using at the moment, so I didn't actually get to use this. Do I want to keep it in? You know what, I'm going to keep that in and play with it some more. And I did not use my Natasha Denona Mini Bieber palette. I didn't get around to using this one, guys. I have used it in the past, like you can see that I've had some usage on it, but I didn't get to use it this month. I had a lot of eyeshadows to be using this month, so I didn't get around to using this one. Do I keep it in? You know what, I'm going to keep it in. I'm going to keep it in for this month, so that I can continue I need to get at least one use out of it. So, the products that I did get to use, I of course used my eyeliner from Urban Decay, the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Bourbon. This is a beautiful brown, absolutely stunning, absolutely loved it. Yeah, I love it. I am going to, do I keep it in? Because it will go with the Natasha Denona one. I'm going to keep it in because it will go with the Natasha Denona palette. Then I did use my Melt Cosmetics Bad Side Zodiac Water Palette. Guys, I loved the look that I created with this. So what I did was I used the matte greens in the crease, and then I used this beautiful blue shimmer here on the eyelid, and I used it with the cream base of the Revlon Colour Stay cream eyeshadow in the shade Peacock, and I just put the Revlon Colour Stay all over my eyelid, and then just put this shade on the outer corner and allowed the blue from the Peacock shade to come through on the inner corner. It was beautiful. I loved that eye look so much. It was stunning, really pretty, really loved it. I also had this color on the inner corner highlight. It was beautiful, absolutely stunning. I love these little palettes, they're so gorgeous. I really loved it. So yeah, I'm happy to put that one back because I'm very happy with the eye look that I created with it. And then, surprisingly, I used my macaroon palette, and this is one that I've been contemplating about decluttering because I haven't used it in so long. But I used, oh now, what shades did I use? I think I used some of these brown shades here in the crease, and then I used this shade here, Petite, and the shade Blueberry on the eyelid, and with that Maybelline Colour Tattoo on and on bronze. That's when I used it, and I put those on the eyelids, and this shade here was absolutely stunning, so beautiful. So now I have fallen back in love with this palette, and it's not going anywhere. It's going back into my collection. Quite happy. I didn't get to use all of the shades, but I have used a lot of the greens in the past, so I know I like those, and that's why I wanted to stick to the browns for this time. But I'm very happy to have got some more use out of this palette, and I no longer want to declutter it, so that is great news. So that is all of the products from Shop My Stash for July. So let's go and have a look in my Alex drawers to Shop My Stash for August.
Okay, so here we are in my bottom palette drawer. I have received some new palettes here from the wonderful and amazing Ruth. So she gave me her Violets palette from Juvia's Place, the Avocado Toast palette from BH Cosmetics, the Festival palette by Juvia's Place, the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop Cotton Candy palette, and also the the Nomad Fire and Ice palette as well. And she also gave me the Miss Claus the Lit List palette as well, but that's up top because it's a big palette. So I think I don't want to play with the violets this month, but I was thinking of these greens. I'd love to play with these greens. So I'm going to pull that one. And then this one. I don't think I'm going to pull this one, so I'll just leave that in there. And I think that's it for this drawer. So in this drawer, my eyeshadow palettes, my smaller eyeshadow palettes, creams, liquids, eyeshadow sticks and eyeliners. She got me 5 elf palettes. Well, she didn't get me them, she gave me hers. So yeah, I've got all of those to play with. And Smashbox palette, and also a Huda Beauty Coral Obsessions palette. Now I don't want to pull too many eyeshadows because I am already trying to pan so many, so I'm not going to pull any more smaller eyeshadows because I still have that Natasha Denona one. I do want to pull this though. This is the elf liquid glitter eyeshadow in the shade Flirty Birdie. So I actually went to see my daughter one day and I said to her, what are you wearing on your eyes? And this was the product she was wearing. So I was like, I'm going out to buy that. So pulling that one. So that's that. I do need to pull a new, oh, it's getting harder and harder to get down there. I do need to pull a new brow gel. So I'm going to pull the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. So yeah, I'm going to pull that one. For eyeliners, oh, she did give me the Ruth gave me the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Punk Rock, which is this beautiful shade here. So sort of that shade there, can you see? But yeah, so I want to try that. I'm a little bit hesitant about these just because the collection ones I had really irritated my eyes, so I had to throw them all out. So I want to try this and see if this is doing the same. If it does, then Ruth said it was okay for me to pass on or throw out if it's gone bad. So I want to try that one. And I think that's it for this drawer. Okay, into my blushes, bronzers, highlighters, and then the cream products. Ruth also sent this Flower Beauty Blush Bomb in the shade Pinched. So I want to see what this one's like. Let's do it here. Oh, that's quite a lot. I have to be careful of that. Oh, it's quite a nice blush. So yeah, I want to play with that for a bit. So yeah, so I'm pulling that one. For highlighter, she sent me the Ofra mini highlighter in Rodeo Drive. I'm literally pulling everything that she sent me. I've never had an Ofra highlighter before, so very excited to play with this one. So there it is there. So I'm going to pull that one. And for bronzer, she gave me the Catrice Bronzer Weight Maui. It's huge, but she also gave me her NARS Mini Laguna. So it looks like that. So I think I'm going to pull this one. I've only ever had like a sample of NARS Laguna, but it was one of those paper samples, you know, where they literally dust one usage onto a cardboard sample. sheet. So I want to try and play with that one for the month. Now she didn't send me any new blushes, apart from the cream one. So let's have a look. I think I'm going to pull this one. I think this is a highlighter. It does say highlighter there. But it's a Cindy Luminizer from the Balm. But it looks pink, so I put it in my blushes. And I've been counting it as a blush all these years. So there it is there. So I want to try it out, and if I can use it like a blusher, I will keep it in as my blush inventory. But if I find it's more like a highlighter, then I'm going to move it across to my highlighter inventory, and that will reduce my blushes. So yeah, I'm going to pull that one. Okay, here is my foundations and concealer drawer. So a couple of these really need to be shook up. Look at them. The oil's separating in them. But I'm going to pull this one for the rest of the summer. It's coming up to August. Probably going to get a heat wave, as we have done for a few years now during the month of August. And so I'm not going to be wanting to wear any of my full coverage foundations. So I'm going to pull in my number 7 Hydroluminous Aqua Release Skin Perfector Tinted Moisturiser. I'm in the shade Light. So yeah, I'm going to pull in this one. For primers, I think I'm going to need a grippy primer, so I'm going to pull in the Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer. So it's this gripping one. Preps, smooths and perfects, it says. So it looks like this. So I'm going to pull this one in for the month of August, because I'm going to need a primer to keep my makeup on my face. And then for a glowy primer, I'm going to pull in the Fresh Face Illuminating Primer from Barry M in the shade Warm. I do really like this one as well. Again, it's not really up to the MAC Strobe Cream, but for a cheaper brand, it's okay, it does the job. So I'm going to pull in this one. For concealer, I want to pull in the NYX Bear With Me. I do. I want to pull this one in again. I don't have many, so I'm going to rotate through them all anyway. The NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I just feel like this has got quite a light coverage, and that's what I need in the month of August. So yeah, I'm going to pull that one in. And then for powder, I haven't tried the Morphe Bake and Set setting powder in translucent yet. I believe it's still, yeah, it's still sealed. So I'm going to pull that one in and see how I like this one. It's only a travel size. It looks like it's got some colour to it though. But yeah, looks like it's not as finely milled as the e.l.f. one, but we'll give it a go and see what it does. Okay, so in regards to lipsticks, as I said, I do have quite a few lipsticks that I have in project pans at the moment, so I don't want to pull in too many. I think I might pull in this W7 lippy stick in the shade Gossip, I think it is. It's a very cool toned shade, but I think it will go really well with the Natasha Denona palette, so I'm going to pull that one in. For a liquid lipstick, I think I want to pull in, I might pull in this one. This is a Sephora cream lip stain. This is in the number 06. I don't think they have names, they just have numbers really.
and it's a very sort of mauvey sort of shade, so really pretty. So I think I'm going to pull in that one. I don't want to pull in a lip gloss because I have quite a few lip glosses. Lip balms. Oh, I bought this one, didn't I? The e.l.f. Hydrating Core Lip Shine, and I've not used this one as yet. So it is that shade. So I think I'm going to pull in that one as a lip balm. It's in the shade Delightful. And I think that's going to be it, I think, for this month. So that is Shop My Stash for August. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!